So good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday. It's Judith. It's a 1-hour gentle Kripalu yoga class. So welcome. We are very happy you're here with us today. So I think we have regulars here today, but if we have anyone new in this class, we do like to use a yoga mat. If that isn't available today, you could substitute it with a folded blanket or a beach towel, perhaps on a carpeted surface, please, not on hard floors, tile or wood, because your joints will start screaming and complaining. And then a couple of yoga blocks, perhaps. If you don't have yoga blocks, these are the styrofoam version. You could substitute with a couple of canned goods of equal size and weight, maybe softening it up with some washcloths on the top to spare your hands. Here's a standard yoga strap. And if you need to substitute, this is easy to substitute with a scarf, a dog leash, a belt, a bathrobe tie. Optional items would include hand weights. You might have some lying around. This is a set of 1-pounders. I'd recommend nothing heavier than 2-pounders for this class. And then last but not least, our friend the chair. This is a standard metal folding chair. It's got some upholstery on it, which makes it a little more comfortable. And then they've got a nice wide leg base. So the idea is to be able to push on the chair without it moving. So it could either be on the sticky mat, or the back legs of the chair could press up against where the wall meets the floor or the baseboard. So if you start pushing your weight on the chair, that chair isn't going to move, all right? So if whatever's being offered does not work for your body this morning, you have options. You can modify. I modify because I have a shoulder injury. Or you could do something else, like another posture. Or you could skip it altogether. So those are the options. I'll try to give them to you, more options as we go through the class. And I'll be available to answer questions at the end. So let's start by taking the feet are about maybe shoulder width apart. The toes could point out slightly. Let's just start by shifting the weight side to side and then twisting and looking over the shoulder to the wall behind you. So the idea here is to shift the weight gradually. Maybe as you twist in the opposite direction, you could lift the opposite heel, a little bit more of a balance challenge. Let's do 8, 7, little self-massage here right under the collarbone. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep twisting and turning now. Now you're going to pat yourself on the back of the shoulder here. So if you were tapping in the front right under the collarbone, that's the lung point. Now we're tapping on the back part of the lung point in reflexology here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep turning. Now the front hand will tap on the torso, the back hand up a little bit higher, tapping on kidneys. Again, you're still looking over the shoulder as you twist. Imagine the spine is like a wet washcloth. You're squeezing it out, taking out all stale blood, chi, life force, oxygen, and pumping in fresh. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now slowly, we can slow it down, coming back to neutral. Don't just abruptly stop if you can avoid it. Let's take the hands on hip crease or waist and start circling the hips, warming the hips a little bit more. So inhale forward, and then as you round in the back, squeeze the navel to the spine on the exhale. So maybe the torso stays neutral, maybe the torso wants to get more involved. Again, you can choose. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And coming back to center. Inhaling forward, the opposite swirl with the hips now, other direction. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. Nice and easy. And you're folding in that LSD breath, long, slow, and deep, coordinating the breath with the movement. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then coming back to center. Let's move up to shoulders and roll the shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Just gently warming the body. If you feel groggy when you get up in the morning, the hip swinging, the arm swinging will help wake you up. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Go the other direction, rolling the shoulders. Standing tall, the 4 corners of each foot rooting into the earth. The head is like a helium balloon floating up to sky. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then shaking everything out, arms and legs, torso, etc. Let's go ahead and take some soft fists here. And we're going to just take the knuckles together here. And the elbows point out to the sides. This is called throwing off stagnant chi. So we're going to inhale, exhale, out to the side. Inhale, knuckles meet in the center. Inhale, take it out to the side. So here's a great chance to expel all the things that you're finished with, all the anxiety, the stress, etc. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhale, exhale. 2 more. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Keep going though. Inhale, do it forward. Exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Let's go up. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 2 more. Inhale, exhale. Get rid of the stress. Inhale, exhale. Now we go down. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 2 more. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Nice. Shake everything out. If you want to be near your balance support, that could be your chair. It could be a wall if you have an available wall. It could be a window ledge. It could be a piece of furniture. So you can decide what works for you. Let's go ahead and shift the weight into the right leg. The right leg is the closest one near to the chair. We're going to lift the heel on the left, and let's just start circling that left ankle. So it's the ankle joint initiating the movement. You're spreading the 5 toes wide into the mat or the floor. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's circle the other way. Big full breaths. Standing tall on that supporting right leg. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Left heel floats down. Let's shake out both legs. You should be feeling some strengthening in the right leg as well. So again, weight will go in the right leg. The left foot is flexed, and we're going to just slowly start swinging that left straight leg. You don't want to bring it any higher than the waist. So whatever your optimum lift is, let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then slowly, slowly de-escalate with that leg. Very nice. Let's shake out both legs. Now let's go ahead and go to the other side. So now the leg closest to the chair would be the left leg. You're going to shift the weight into the left leg. You're going to lift the right heel. And again, we're going to stand tall on the supporting leg as you initiate the movement with your right ankle joint here. So everything else, the knee, the thigh, goes along for the ride. For 4, 3, 2, 1. coming to neutral, going and circling the other way. That might feel slightly different, but maybe it feels just fine. You're just noticing. Let's do 4, 3, no self-judgment, 2, 1, very nice. And then shaking out the legs as needed, just a little jiggle. Now you're going to again shift the weight to the left leg. The right foot will stay flexed. And now you're going to start slowly swinging the straight right leg. Highest you'd want to lift it would be to waist high. But whatever your optimum lift is, let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then slowly slow it down. Don't just abruptly stop. Very nice. And then coming away from wherever you were using as your balance prop, let's go ahead and lift right heel and left heel. So you're shifting the weight side to side. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. If you want to keep it this pace, that's fine. Or you could double time your pace here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. You might want to stay right here, or maybe you want to do a little tiny trot, Wednesday morning trotting for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, breathing, 2, and 1, and slowly bringing it back down, slowly to stillness. Very nice. Let's go ahead and face the back of the chair. And I'm going to take, I won't mirror you for this. Let's just take that right heel back, and you're going to press the heel into the mat. So however far you need to go back to do that, and see if you can get the torso to stay upright. And we're going to do a static press here for these hamstrings, for the Achilles tendon, for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Right foot comes forward. Let's take the left foot back. Again, this just where you can get the heel down into the mat. So it may be different for each person. And we're going to just press into that left heel, strengthening and lengthening the hamstrings and the Achilles tendon and the ankles for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then left foot meets the right. Let's shake out the legs. And then staying right behind your chair, or you could face your wall or your piece of furniture. The heels come together now, and the toes point out. So that's first position in ballet. Do we have any dancers out there? So you've got your heels together, the toes point out 30 to 45. The whole torso will stay upright. So you're going to lift on your tippy toes. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's relift the heels. Now we're going to track the toes out, just like the knees will track out, just like the toes, 30 to 45. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. You're staying lifted on your tippy toes the whole time. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Let's do 8, or as many as you can manage. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, stay down on 1, little pumps, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, re-straighten, float the heels down very slowly, shake out the legs. That should have awakened the feet, the toes, the ankles, the calves, strengthening all those areas, so that will help hopefully with fall prevention. A very good idea. Now, if you have a block, grab a block and place it on its low setting. If you don't have it, I'll give you further instructions, all right? So the 2 feet are going to surround this low block. And if you're not using the block, I'll give you instructions. So we're going to do a modified tree pose. You could be near your balance prop. Let's go ahead and shift the weight into the left leg. You're going to take the right toes and take the toes either on the block, or they could be on the mat as well. If they're on the mat, the heel goes to the ankle. If it's on the block, the heel goes to the calf. So this is modified tree. The idea is here is to get the pelvis square to that long end of your mat, or the straight edge of your mat, wherever that may be. And then maybe you're going to lift one arm up to the sky. Find a drishti point, a point that doesn't move. It will help with balance. Maybe you want to lift your second arm up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, and now the breeze has come up again. We had a lovely wind advisory yesterday here, so it did blow for many hours for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And now the hands come together in prayer, dropping down the midline, stopping at the heart. See if you can lift the crown of the head, lifting through that standing leg for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Arms come down, shake them out. Leg comes out, shake that leg out. Very nice. And I'll go the other side with support. Again, if you have the block is on the low setting. The 2 feet, take it on either side. And you're going to shift the weight now into the right leg. The left toes will either come, if they come to the mat, the heel comes to the ankle. If you're using the block, the heel comes to the calf. This side might feel different than the other side, just noticing, no judgment. See if you can keep the hips square to a straight edge of the mat. That thigh goes out 30 to 45. Again, you're going to find that drishti point. It's a spot that doesn't move, either on the wall or the floor. Maybe one arm can come up. Maybe a second arm can come up, but maybe not. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One arm comes down, second arm comes down, leg comes down, shake it out. How was that one? No worries, nice and easy. Let's take the block away. And now I'm going to face the chair seat proper. So from here, we're going to grab the sides of the chair seat. You're going to shift the weight into the left leg. I won't mirror you for this. The back is flat, so the body is basically forming a right angle. Crown of head lines up with tailbone. Try not to let the head dangle. All right, so lifting or shifting the weight to the left. Right bent knee into nose. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten for 8. Donkey kicks. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Re-straighten. Flex that right foot. Inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, stretch the leg away. Don't let the head dangle. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Rebend the knee. Float it out to the right. Now we're going to do hydrants. So you're going to drop the bent knee. Exhale as you lift it up. Inhale, exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Right foot meets the left. Now you can micro bend the knees left and right. Recovering, breathing, and now shifting the weight to the right leg. Left bent knee comes into nose. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Keep the pelvis square to that short end of the mat for 8, 7. Don't let the head dangle. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Re-straighten. Flex the left foot. Inhale, bend the left knee. Exhale, straighten the leg away. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Rebend. Float it to the left. Now you're going to do dropping it and lifting it. Dropping it and lifting it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Left foot meets the right. Micro bending those knees just to recalibrate. Coming up to standing. Rolling the shoulders, opening the chest. Very nice. Let's take soft fists now and start tapping the hips. This is another method you could use to wake yourself up in the morning. It's lots of fun. Tapping. It's considered reflexology without the needles. Very nice. Let's go over to the sides of the hips. And then we're going to move it back to the bum. You might want to take the flat of the hand there. And then that top hand, one of the hands can go up to the kidneys, tapping on the kidneys, and then going down the outsides of the legs, the yang meridian, coming up the insides of the legs, the yin meridian. We'll do 2 more rounds, just like we just accomplished. So tapping on the hip bones, coming to the sides of the hips, pounding on the bum, pounding on the kidneys, tapping down the outsides of the legs, up the insides of the legs. Last time, tapping on the hips, those hip bones. Woo! Let's go to the sides. Moving into the bum. Up by the kidneys. Down the outsides of the legs. Up the insides of the legs. And now let's just go ahead and circle around the navel. It could be the flat of the hand, it could be soft fists, just to help the colon do its work. Nice and easy. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Now grabbing weights, if you don't have weights or don't wish to use weights, a soft fist is fine, so no worries. You could do this sitting in the chair or you could do it standing. So I'm going to do it standing today. If you need to sit down for a pause and do the weights, that's great, or no weights. So let's start with no weight or 1 weight in each hand. The palms face the thighs. The right arm goes up to shoulder height only. Exhale, inhale. The left arm up to shoulder height. Exhale, inhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, very nice. Arms come down. Let's take the feet nice and wide now. Toes can point out 30 to 45. Let's do both arms together. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Hands come down. Place the hands in the hip crease. Knees are going to track over toes. Inhale, big deep squat. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Let's do 8, 7, or as many as you can manage. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's stay down on 1. Little pumps. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay in your deep squat. No weight or one weight in each hand. Palms face the body. Here, the midline. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, straighten legs, lift elbows. Inhale, bend. Exhale, lift for 8, 7, or as many as you can manage. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Stay up on 1. Pump the arms. Pumping little times with the arms here. 8, 7, 6. Pinch the shoulder blades. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then dropping the arms down slowly, resisting the gravity. Heel toe the feet together or step the feet together. Very nice. Let's go ahead and sit in the chair now for a bit. So approaching your chair mindfully. Place the bum closer to the front of the chair seat than the back. And so no weight or one weight in each hand, and the palms face down on the thighs. So the four corners of each foot rooting into the earth, feet and legs hip distance apart, sits bones rooting into your chair seat. Let's stay on the right to start. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale for 8, 7, sit tall, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Foot comes down. Take a pause in the middle, noticing right side and left side. Now we'll go to the left. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Leg comes down. Maybe give the legs a little shake. Right. Now we'll stay on the right side. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale for 8, or as many as you can manage. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then floating that leg down, noticing right side of body and left side of body. Do they feel the same? Maybe, maybe not. Let's go to the left. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then going back to center. Let's go ahead and bounce the legs a little bit for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then coming slowly, slowly down to stillness. Let's take the legs wide this time. Again, you're closer to the front of the chair seat than the back. And now for this, we're going to tilt the torso forward. You can rest your forearms on your thighs. And if you want to take your weights, no weight or one weight in each hand, the arms are straight, the palms face the midline. We're going to go inhale, exhale, do some flies. Inhale, exhale for 8, 7, don't rush it, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's hold the arms up, little pumps. 8, 7, drop the shoulders away. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold them out. And now in and out, in and out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then coming back, lowering those arms, maybe those weights down, and take the legs back together. No weight or one weight in each hand. Now the palms are going to face the wall behind you. You're going to tilt forward with the torso, maybe 20 to 30 degrees. Straight arms float up higher than your bum. You're going to keep the straight arms higher than the bum as you pulse the palms up towards the ceiling for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then slowly bring them down. Oh boy, oh boy. And then shake out the shoulders. Let's stay forward with the torso. And now you're going to glue the upper arms, kind of, sort of, to the side ribs. The elbows are bent, no weight or one weight in each hand. Palms face the midline. Inhale, and then exhale back. You're going to supinate the palms so that they face the ceiling. Inhale forward, exhale back. Very slow for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then arms can come back to neutral. Torso floats back upright. Let's get rid of the weights if you were using weights. And if you have a strap, grab a strap. And if you don't have one for today, just grab the back of the thigh. Don't grab behind the knee. They're very tender and touchy, and maybe back of thigh and calf as well. If you have a strap, loop it around the ball of the right foot. You can even out the ends of the strap. I like to have them on the inside of the leg. And so we're going to inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, put it down. So it's 2 kicks, all right? Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, put it down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, put it down. Let's do 4. 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Let's go ahead and Take the strap, loop it around the ball of the left foot, or the other foot you didn't work, or the leg you didn't work. Taking the two ends of the strap together, I like to put them on the inside of the leg. Stays out of the way that way. So it's inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, put it down. Inhale, exhale, exhale, inhale, put it down. Let's do 8. Or as many as you can manage. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, I'm feeling it, boy. I'm taking the strap off, shake out the legs, bounce them out a bit. Let's take the legs one more time. Hands can rest on thighs. Let's sweep the torso side to side, making your torso like a broom, almost in a way. Inhale, exhale, sweeping side to side, going back from the left to the right, squeezing those abs as you sweep. Exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then slowly coming back to stillness. Heel toe the feet together, step them together, and taking the hands, stacking them on the heart center. Let's rise up from the chair, inhaling, and then shaking everything out. Let's take the chair off to one side. We're going to go onto the earth now. So if you have blocks, I'd recommend taking them to the narrow end of the mat and placing them there. So you can locate them as you need and clear the mat of any other props. And then we'll face this narrow end to see if we have any new people today. We might. So I will show you how to get down on the earth using the chair if you have anxiety about getting down on the floor and then getting back up. So face the chair. Most of the weight goes in the arms. I'm going halfway along the edge of the chair seat. So you're going to shift the weight into one leg and then float the other knee down gently onto the earth. Second knee joins it. You're on the earth. Getting up, same idea. Grab the sides of the seat. Maybe the forearms rest on the actual seat itself. If you need to assist one leg forward, assist it forward. Tuck the toes in the back. Again, most of the weight goes in the arms. Inhale, exhale, lift the bum. One leg under the seat, second foot under the seat. And you can use the chair back to rise up slowly, thereby avoiding the head rush. So that's an option. So let's go ahead and face the short end of the mat. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Come straight back up. Inhale up. Exhale forward. Let's do 2 more. Lifting and sweeping. Lifting and sweeping. This time we stay down. Here you can let the head hang. You can micro bend the knees left and right. So you're stretching out the low back, another spot on the body that likes to collect tension, stress, tightness. So you're squeezing your abs, you're stretching out the back, the low back area for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Legs come to stillness. Hands come to low blocks or the mat. You can step back into downward facing dog. So breathing for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bicycle pedal the heels. 4, wag your tail. 3, 2, bark maybe, but maybe not. 1, come to stillness. Float the knees down to the mat. Big toes together, knees wide apart. Press into child pose. Here's where I take my rolled towel, tuck it behind the back of the knees. It creates more space to let the hips get closer to the heels. The arms could rest forward on the mat, or they could rest near the legs, and the forehead comes to the mat. If it doesn't get there, you could stack your palms and rest the forehead there. Stack fifth, rest the forehead there. Or if you've got a low block, rest the forehead there. Let's do little micro movements side to side here. Oh, we're stretching out the tops of the feet. We're stretching out the quads, the thigh muscles. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. And then just coming back to neutral here. Breathing. Let's go ahead and come halfway out of your child's pose. The top of the right foot is going to nestle into the arch of the left foot. You're going to press back into your full-blown child pose. So as you press back, you're smushing the bottom and the top of the left foot. Oh, yes. Breathing, pushing in fresh blood, oxygen, chi, maybe little micro movements, maybe not. Meanwhile, hands and arms go on the floor to the left, and your right hip is going to press away 45 degrees on the diagonal. Big stretch on the right side of the body. Maybe you want to keep it a static press, but maybe little micro movements might feel yummy. You can choose. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Coming back to center. Coming halfway out of your child's pose. Flipping the feet. The top of the left foot nestles into the arch of the right foot. Then the hips press back one more time. You're smushing the bottom right foot. Again, there might be little micro movements here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Or the arms could go over to the right on the earth. And the left hip presses away 45 degrees on the diagonal. Big stretch for the left side of the body. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Come back to center. Let's rise up slowly into neutral table. You might want to additionally pad your knees here or not. You can choose. So if you've got your blocks, you can have them on the low setting, or the hands could rest on the mat. Let's go ahead and take the hands into the upper corners of the narrow end of the mat, and we're going to start circling the hips. Oh. Circle those hips. Breathing. Squeezing those abs. There's no abs on the mat. Oh. Couple more in this direction. Loosening those hips. Lubricating the hips. Let's circle in the other direction, which may or may not feel the same. You're just noticing. No self-judgment whatsoever. No competition. And then coming back to stillness. Let's go ahead and take the blocks on their tall setting, or you can place your hands on the mat. The right foot is going to come forward, stays flat. The 2 hands frame the right foot. Right knee stacks over right heel. And then the left leg stretches out as long as you can get it, opening the left hip crease. You might wish to pad that left knee. Lifting the chest, you might want to walk the blocks closer under the armpits. Maybe you want to press a little deeper into the right hip, but maybe you don't. For 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to start straightening that front leg, dropping the torso down the inside of that right thigh, stretching and breathing. So you're pressing forward and you're stretching back. Hello, hamstrings. Here we go. Finding your own rhythm, your own pace. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's stay back this time. The hands can come to the earth for more stability. You can drop the torso further down the inside of that right thigh. The right heel is digging into the mat. The right toes point to the sky. So now from here, we're going to start externally and internally rotating the entire right leg. Internally and externally. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Back to neutral and maybe back to your blocks or not. Let's go forward one more time into that low runner's lunge. And maybe you want to walk the blocks back to lift the chest up a bit more. Maybe the hands want to come to that front thigh. Maybe they don't. Let's take the outside of the left hand against the outside of the right thigh. Right hand rests on right hip. And now you're twisting to the right, looking over your shoulder to the wall behind for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Unwinding slowly. Let's go back one more time into that deep runner's lunge. And then that right foot goes back to meet the left. Now we're going to take the left foot forward. The foot is flat. The two hands frame the foot on the mat, or you can use blocks as arm extenders. Left knee stacks over left heel. If you want to lift the chest even more, walk the blocks underneath your armpits for 4, 3, 2, 1. And now maybe coming forward with the hands a bit, you're going to stretch the front left leg as you drop the torso down the inside of the left thigh. It's like you're bowing to your straight leg, pressing forward, stretching back, pressing forward, stretching back. Ugh. Finding your own rhythm, your own pace. Don't try to rush through it. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Keeping the legs straight. Hands come back down to the earth. Maybe dropping the torso down even further on the inside of the left thigh for 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming slightly out of it, not too much. Now we're going to start externally and internally rotating the entire left leg. So we're pumping synovial fluid into the left side of the hip, nice and gentle for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to neutral. The foot goes flat. And then one more time, hands on blocks or not, going forward into one last lunge, into that deep runner's lunge. And then walking that blocks back if you've got blocks. Maybe the hands want to stay on blocks. Maybe they want to come to that thigh, that left thigh. The outside of the right hand presses against the outside of the left thigh. The left hand comes to left hip, and you're going to look over the left shoulder to the wall behind for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Unwinding slowly, slowly. Let's go ahead and take the left foot back to meet the right. Oh, taking any props away from the mat, find your way to sitting. Very mindfully, no rushing. And very quickly, we're going to bend the knees, the toes point forward. Let's go ahead and roll all the way down onto the mat. The back of the neck is long. Let's rock the legs. We're going to draw the knees into the chest and just do some rocking side to side for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then coming back to center, splay the knees apart. And if you can't reach your feet, I want you to grab either the outside or the inside of each foot. Right hand on right foot, left hand on left foot. If the hands don't get there, you can grab the backs of the calves, all right? Or maybe the backs of the thighs and the calves. So you've got your legs bent. Inhale is the bend. Exhale, you're going to take the legs out to the side. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten the legs out about 30 degrees. So it's sort of a modified form of happy baby. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Rebend. Grab the ankles or the shins and let the weight of the arms open up the hip crease. Now, maybe you want to do little rocks side to side to assist in opening up the hip crease. Maybe since the feet are floating in the air, you can flex and point your feet, spread the toes wide, circle the ankles for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And let's come back to center. Close the knees together. And let's grab a block if you have one. If you don't have a block, the palms face down onto the mat. You can slide those palms right underneath the bum for more support for that low back. If you have a block, heels come as close to the bum as you can get them. Press into the earth as you lift the hips. And that low block gets placed on the low back, low block to low back. You're going to mindfully extend one leg up to the sky, mindfully extend other leg up to sky. The insides of the legs are glued together. We're going to inhale, drop and lift. Exhale, squeeze the abs as you come back up. Inhale, drop and hover. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Inhale, drop and hover. Exhale, lift and squeeze. So you're controlling the drop and you're squeezing as you come up. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And let the legs come back up perpendicular. Let's flex the feet as we open the legs wide in a big V. Point the toes as you cross the legs like scissors. Inhale, flex the feet. Alternate leg in front as you point the feet and the toes, exhaling and inhaling. Big full breaths for 8, 7, don't rush it, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then shaking out the legs up here in the middle. Let's mindfully rebend one knee, one foot lands. Mindfully bend second knee, second foot lands. Now this is a supported back bend. It's kind of extreme, so if it's too much, back off or just stay right here. But if you'd like to try it, it's a supported baby back bend, extending one leg long on the earth. And if that feels okay, extending the second leg long. If that feels okay, you might want to add arms over the head on the floor. The palm faces the midline. Maybe the second palm, second arm joins it. for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms come back down to the sides of the body. One leg bends mindfully and slowly returns. Foot is flat. Second leg bends, foot is flat. Press the feet into the mat, lift the hips as you slide the block away, and then lay the spine down like a string of pearls on the mat, vertebra by vertebra. Just don't pop it in there. And mindfully draw one knee into the chest. Now, this is the counter stretch, so you're not going to pop that knee in. You're going to draw it in carefully. Keeping that knee there, you're going to draw the second knee in very mindfully. And maybe a little circular massage on the sacrum, but maybe not. Maybe it doesn't feel like it needs it. If you're circling, however, circle in both directions. And then finally, let's just start kicking ourselves in the butt for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, pumps those legs, 2, 1, and slowly come to stillness. Feet return to earth. Legs and arms come to 30 to 45 degrees. We are arriving in resting pose, shavasana, corpse pose. So that's 30 to 45 degrees with arms and legs. Back is flat on the earth. You might want to roll something under the knees to protect the low back. If flat on the back is impossible, feet mat width apart, knees knocked together in the center, restorative rest. If on the back isn't doable at all, roll to one side, stack hips and legs, maybe rest the head on the upper arm, or maybe a block or a cushion and a block. If you have an available wall, you might want to put your legs up the wall, or you could sit in a chair, feet flat, crown of head floating up to sky, long spine. And once you've organized the arms and the legs, allowing the eyes to drop closed, breathing into any residual tension that might remain, and then noticing that relaxation forming in the soles of the feet, and that softness, that warmth moves into the feet, the ankles, the low legs, the knees, and the thighs. And then it moves into the hips, allowing the legs and the feet and the hips to relax very deeply. And then it moves into the pelvis, the buttocks, the low back releases. And then it moves into the torso, enveloping the ribs, the heart, the lungs, the liver, kidneys, pancreas, spleen. And then it moves into the chest and the shoulders, rolling down both arms all the way to the fingertips, all the way to the fingertips. It envelops the throat and the neck now. And then it envelops the head, all the way to the crown of the head. The back of the neck releases, the face and the jaw let go. The tongue lies at the bottom of the mouth, teeth slightly apart. As though a white circle of healing light envelops the entire body. Noticing back body and front body, right side and left side. Noticing the whole body together, the whole body together, the whole body together. And here's a poem from Mary Oliver entitled Old Pics, as in old pictures, I believe. I know you never intended to be in this world, but you're in it all the same. So why not get started immediately? I mean, belonging to it. There is so much to admire, to weep over, and to write music or poems about. Bless the feet that take you to and fro. Bless the eyes and the listening ears. Bless the tongue, the marvel of taste. Bless touching. You could live 100 years. It's happened, or not. I'm speaking from the fortunate platform of many years, none of which I think I ever wasted. Do you need a prod? Do you need a little darkness to get you going? Let me be as urgent as a knife then, and remind you of Keats, so single of purpose and thinking. For a while, he had a lifetime. If you'd like to remain in Shavasana for as long as feels right, please feel free to stay right there. But if you're ready to meet the day, begin to bring some gentle movement to fingers and toes and arms and legs. And as you're ready, drawing the knees into the chest, giving yourself a well-deserved hug. And then rolling onto your favorite side and pausing there for just a few breaths in embryo posture. And on the next inhale, keeping the eyes closed, press yourself up into a comfortable seated posture, rooting the sits bones down into the earth, drawing the crown of the head up into the sky, scanning the body for the effects of the practice, and thanking the body for all it does all day, every day. And bringing to mind one thing for which you are grateful. And on the next inhale, let's float the palms up overhead, hands meet in prayer, dropping down the midline, stopping at the heart, samastiti, this beating heart. May you be happy. May you be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May you know peace. I salute the bright light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Jai Bhagwan.